Good day everyone, I'm Hurley Aborafy Reviews here, back at it again with my review for the Venture Electronics Standard DIC Vita cable. Okay? Okay. But before I proceed, I'd like to thank Venture Electronics for sending this unit to me and in exchange for a very honest and transparent review. Rest assured that all of my reviews are honest and transparent to the core like I always do, for the benefit of everybody, of course, including me. Since again, and again, I won't be editing this video extensively. I mostly prefer written reviews more than video reviews, so there's that. And at the same time, English isn't really my primary language. So if there's any future grammatical errors, please bear with me, and uh, I'll do my best from time to time. Okay? Okay. And also additional note, if you're hearing the raining noise in my background, pardon me because it is raining heavily here in our country by the time that I record this video. So my apologies to that one. Okay? Okay. As some of you may know, I don't usually review cables since to me cables at the very least can only be chosen in terms of their visual appearance or their the materials used with that one, and I will stick to that ideas as well by the time that I record this video. But I do notice some noticeable quality of life improvements when I use this cable, which I will tackle later on. Okay. Okay, so to give you an idea, the Venture Electronics standard DIC Vita cable costs around $70 or around 4,000 pesos by the time that I record this video. So it is more on the entry level ish premium side, or the entry level premium as what I call it on the cable context. And in my opinion, the build quality, the overall appearance, the quality of life improvements that you'll be getting on the Venture Electronics standard DIC Vita cable reflects on that price as well. Um, but by the time that I also record this video, as far as I know, it is bundled with the Venture Electronics Devastator to accompany you with the cable as well. By the time that I received it, I only received the cable itself, but I was told that it will be bundled with the Devastator, so that's a good thing for 70 bucks. Okay? Okay, by the time that I also received the Venture Electronics standard DIC Vita cable, I received it in a plain brown box with a plastic containing the cable on it. In my opinion, if I were to nitpick, it could have been nice if they included a case for this one, their standard VE denim case, because I love that case so much, and at the same time, it adds a bit on the aesthetic and for practical uses, of course, since this cable is definitely on the bulky side of things. Venture Electronics, however, as I look on their AliExpress page, or what do you call this, on their on their AliExpress page, and on their official website as well. I will put the non-affiliated links on the review on the description down below. It seems that they did not explicitly, what do you call this? They did not explicitly stated what type of materials that they have put or that they have used here with the standard DIC Vita cable. But one thing's for sure, in terms of looks and on the feel of the cable, it is made with premium materials. That's what I can say from my experience as well. Because if I were to eyeball this one, this is made of copper, of their own patented copper, but they only say that this has a high temperature resistance of 105 degrees Celsius, volatile emission, perfect for extended use, sorts of like that. It does exhibit some zero distortion slash delay or some things like that, which I will discuss later on. But in terms of their what do you call this? In terms of the specs on paper, they did not disclose any specific on what materials they used here in the standard DIC cable. Okay, but we'll just what do you call this? We'll just base the overall build quality based on what we see in person. Okay. Okay. So specifications aside, as you can see, by the way, I have put this in a couple of IEMs that I have here, but to me personally, this fitted the Kiwi ear septet really well, in terms of the improvements that I got, and at the same time on the visual aesthetic. So yeah, but yeah, I've also put this in my Rose Techniques QT9 Mark III to give you an idea to the KB ears FAUs, which I reviewed recently, and all of those stuff. So there's that. So the cable, in a nutshell, is really well built. I'd say it is premiumly built for its price, uh, because that is the only thing, or in my opinion, that is the primary slash most important thing that you look when you are buying the cable: the materials it use, its build quality, and its visual appearance. So since that is the most, what do you call this, that is the most practical way for a consumer to choose or to consider on what cable he or she would buy next with, what do you call this, with his or her IEM. So there's that. I have also seen that the standard DIC cable comes with different terminations and connections. You can also have this in MMCX, and you can also have this in 2-pin, which I have it here. You can also have it in 3.5 and in 4.4 connectors, which I have it here as well. They didn't do the modular type of way, because as far as I know, they don't really do modular stuff, because they believe that having it directly soldered or hardwired makes um, the most of the sound quality or the sound improvement present as much as possible, as far as I know. Okay, okay. So again, here's the cable itself. On the first part, as you can see, here is the, what do you call this? Here's the connector. It is quite different on what is present on the product images of the standard DIC cable, which I am glad and happy, because this looks more premium, although it is, yes, it is fingerprint magnet, but at the same time it feels and looks premium. It is also, in theory, more durable compared to the connectors that are present in the product images online. And it is also enclosed in a shrink tube here for added strain relief, which I really like. And at the same time, while keeping that heat shrink for some additional strain relief, they also did not include a heat shrink tube for the ear hooks, or for a preformed ear hooks, which I really like as well, because it adds versatility on what you can use the standard DIC cable with. You can even use this on a headphones that has a 2-pin connection, if that exists, or if you apparently have one. You can also use this in a flatted earbuds with a 0.78 2-pin connection, if you have one. So it is very versatile in that regard, which I really like, while keeping that strain relief, as you can see, for added durability. Okay? Okay. So as you can see, the first portion of the standard DIC cable is somewhat made or composed of copper. I do believe this is copper. But yeah, correct me if I'm wrong on that one, because again, Venture Electronics, based on their website and based on what I have researched, they didn't disclose what exactly they used here in the standard DIC cable. So if I were to choose a cable, like for example the Venture Electronics standard DIC cable, DIC Vita cable, they call this Vita cable for their, I do believe it's their patented cable name, but we'll just call it standard DIC Vita cable, because this is exactly what it is. I will base my preferences on the cable on what I see and feel. If there is a specifications given, then I'll also base it on that one. But apart from that, I don't see any. Again, I don't see any specs on paper, so I will be basing on it on the visual and physical appearances. Okay, so you can see again the first portion of this cable is made of unsleeved. Yes, this is unsleeved copper. Unsleeved. in the sense of a paracord sleeve. It doesn't have that paracord sleeve, but it does have that, yeah, as you can see, it does have that mini, the usual, yeah, the usual sleeving of most, or slash tubing of most cables. As you can see, it is well done. It doesn't seem to be stubborn. It doesn't feel stubborn or any um what do you call this, it isn't really uncomfortable to wear or to use at all. So it really feels nice in hand. Yeah, I do like this single stranded cables, if you may, or twisted cables at the very maximum, because um it it makes everything look really homogeneous, or it makes everything, in my opinion, especially in the headphones or earphone space, a bit more elegant, simplified, and minimalist. But hey, that's just me. It's a personal preference. Okay? Down here in the Y split, as you can see, we also have a heat shrink tube here that acts as a chin slider, which I really like. Some people may say, oh, that's for some cheapskate purposes, something like that. But I digress, or I disagree on that one, because I have cables here and there which I own currently, and I have experienced a ton of cables that has a very heavy or bulky chin splitter, which at times I don't really like because it adds weight to the overall cable. I prefer usually lightweight cables, but that's just my preference. So it's a nice touch that Venture Electronics opted for a simple yet effective heat shrink tube cable here, which also sits, if you don't want to use it, it also sits here nicely, which is nice on the Y split here. The Y split here is solid metal, and it fits the aesthetic really well with the connectors here, which I really like as well. And yes, it is very solid. It is made of metal, and it has that Venture Electronics logo there, which is nice. Though there's that some people who are very nitpicky about cables may feel that the Y split on this one is a bit on the heavy side, which can be quite true again for some people, but to me, I literally have cables here that have heavier Y split parts, or Y split components, than this one. So I'd still classify this as on the moderate side of things when it comes to weight. Okay, now we're here at the bottom portion of the sleeve of the cable, which is sleeved, as you can see, but it is beautifully done. It is on the tighter side of things. It is less in bulk, in my opinion, when it comes to sleeving, which also I really like, because you know me, I have a love and hate relationship when it comes to sleeve cables, because a full sleeve cable will really catch dirt and what do you call this, and unwanted odor or sweat whenever you use it. So what Venture Electronics did here was favorable to my taste, or to my preference, because the only sleeve part of this cable is the lower portion, which adds a bit of visual flair to it, in my opinion. Duno also made this type of cable, which is what I as far as I know, it is the lyre cable. Yeah, wherein the sleeve portion is also on the lower, yes, on the lower portion or region of the cable, which I really like. So yeah, I can say the same here in the Venture Electronics standard DIC cable. I love how they made, or they put their cable, their sleeving here in the standard DIC cable, which only exists here in the lower portion of the cable. Okay, so props to Venture Electronics on that one. I really love that. So down here, we'll see the connection here. And yes, this is on the heavy side. This is definitely a metal. This is definitely on the premium metal, premium heavy side of things, and it is in 4.4 connection. Again, you can grab this, or you can purchase this with a 3.5 millimeter connection, no problem. But I have requested 4.4 connection here on the standard DIC cable that they have sent to me, and it also has a heat shrink tube strain relief, which is nice. Okay, so when it comes to compatibility, this is literally, this is a cable. I had no problems using this with my sources, especially here in the Megatron with a 4.4 connection. So you shouldn't have any problems with when using the standard DAC cable as well with your IEMs and headphones or probably flatted earbuds, as long as you order the correct cable termination and connectors you prefer. Okay, now as for the sound quality, sound improvements or changes with the Venture Electronics standard DIC Vita cable, uh, I do believe that the sound quality slash improvements of any cable will be the last thing that you'll be needing to consider, since to me it is very negligible that there is a sound quality change or improvement on every cable that you connect with an IEM or with a flatted earbud. But hey, that's just me. These cable discussions are really in a boiling water or in a hot seat or in a very long war for a very long time now. So I will be basing my findings based on what I personally hear and what I personally observe. So, here with the Venture Electronics standard DIC Vita cable, when it comes to those sound changes that most people look after, there isn't really a sound changes. Okay? There isn't really a sound changes on this one. But sound improvements, rather, it does have, to my ears, it does have a little bit of sound improvement. I wouldn't call this a one true fact. It isn't really a fact at all. It is literally a personal observation or findings on this one, and it is very very subtle, up to the point that I can even call it placebo or negligible. But in my opinion, the quality of life, yes, the quality of life improvements that you'll be getting here in this Venture Electronics standard DIC Vita cable, in terms of those sound improvements, are quite subtle. It is there, it is present, but you won't be hearing it right off the bat. You need to, what do you call this? You need to listen or use it daily critically for you to experience that differences, because again, there isn't really a lot. Those improvements also translate to the quality of the materials that the Venture Electronics apparently used here with the standard DIC Vita cable. I personally noticed that the floor noise here in the Venture Electronics standard DIC Vita cable are nearly zero compared to the stock cable of the Kiwi Ear Septet, which the Septet comes with. So that is already a good thing, because in my opinion, it made the signal, or it made the signal clearer. The distortion is um really absent actually. So it made the sound a little bit more, what do you call this? It made the sound a little bit more present, as what I would call it. Made the sound a little bit more cleaner. It made a little bit firmer. But again, it is very negligible, and at the same time, it only translates on the materials that are used here in the Venture Electronics standard DIC Vita cable. So yes, to me that is already a great quality of life improvement, because it manages to transmit the sound, or to sound cleanly. It manages to eliminate those pesky floor noise which I usually hear on some cables, definitely on the cheaper ones, absent here in the Venture Electronics standard DIC cable. And to me, that is more than enough. Oh, yeah, that is more than enough in terms of my observations on this one. Because again, I don't really choose cables based on what the sound quality or the sound changes or the sound improvement they can give. I mainly choose the cables based on what they look like, on based on their the materials used on the cable. That is mostly what I do. Actually, I even choose cables based on their color. As you can see here, the color here on the Venture Electronics standard DIC Vita cable is it matches the Kiwi Air Septet really well. So yeah, that's my thought process when it comes to choosing cables. I don't really dive on the nitty gritty bits wherein the sound changes here, the sound changes there, the sound changes on this one, on this chain. I don't really delve on that one because to me that is very placebo, and it doesn't really affect my experience with the cable, with any cables that I used actually really greatly. So yeah, that is my judgment here with the Venture Electronics Standard DIC Vita cable. Now I'll switch to the Tagalog version of this review. Just to do a quick rundown. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, so bali itong si Venture Electronics Standard DIC Vita cable is around 3,900 pesos or 4,000 pesos by the time na nire-record ko itong video na to. To me, maganda yung quality na ginawa ng Venture Electronics dito or yung ginamit nila. Although, hindi nila dinisclose kung ano yung material na ginamit dito nila sa standard DIC Vita cable, which can be a questionable thing to some, but if hindi ka naman nabaguhan sa hobby and you know Venture Electronics for quite some time now, um, probably pagtitiwalaan mo sila on a very concrete form, not fully trustworthy, but at the same time alam mo yon, alam mong cable yung darating sa iyo, alam mong matino yung craftsmanship na darating sa iyo. Okay, so ayun, ito yung Venture Electronics Standard DIC Vita cable, and yes, by the time na na-record ko to, ang alam ko bundled siya nitong Devastator, which is a good thing kasi you're paying premium for a cable. So good thing na yon na may bundle siyang dongle din na recently made from Venture Electronics. Okay? Yung kinagustuhan ko dito sa cable na to, half lang yung sleeve niya. As you can see dito lang sa lower portion. Which is yun yung mas gusto ko kaysa sa full sleeve. Kasi nakaka-attract siya ng pawis, ng dumi, ng odor na hindi naman natin talaga maiiwasan. Like for example, pag kumakain tayo and apparently gusto mo mag-earphones or headphones, mas mataas yung chance na malagyan ng odor or unnecessary / unwanted odor yung cable mo. Wherein dito lang sa lower portion nila nilagay yung sleeve, which is a good thing to me. In terms of hardware na ginamit nila dito, para sa akin, premiumly made siya compared dun sa rendered images dito sa what do you call this, dito sa product page nila. However, if I were to nitpick, mas okay sana if ginawa nilang matte. Yes, ginawa nilang matte yung connectors dito, yung itong Y-split, and even itong itong connection sana. Pero yun, minor nitpicks lang naman. It depende talaga sa pagkakabitan mo na itong cable na to, yung magiging outcome nung overall look. Pero para sa akin, magandang ginawa nila dito. Very premium naman, premium yung ginawa nila dito. Okay? Oo. If I were to nitpick din, yung nasa heavy side to. Oo. Pero hindi naman siya heavy side na parang obtrusive or anything like that. Pero yun nga, nasa heavy side siya. So do keep a note on that one. Yung splitter, hindi siya gaano mabigat, pero I'd say nasa middle of the road siya when it comes to weight. Wala rin naman ako naging problema doon. Pero ang pinaka-favorite ko dito by far na nagawa ng Venture Electronics dito sa cable nito is yung strain relief. Beautifully done siya, as you can see. Masinsin yung pagkakagawa niya. Even dito sa chin slider nila, heat shrink din yung ginamit, which is a good thing kasi it eliminates yung weight ng chin slider. Mas okay yung ganito para sa akin. Minimal siya, at the same time practical talaga. And meron din siya ditong strain relief din dito sa may connector na part, which is a good thing to me. Okay? Now, as for the sound, since ayun naman yung ina-after ng iba talaga, ang masasabi ko dito, or in cables in general, yun yung last thing na tinitingnan ko when it comes sa pamimili ng cables. Which also holds true din dito sa Venture Electronics Standard DIC Vita cable. Okay? Wala naman akong narinig na differences niya gaano when it comes sa sound quality compared dun sa stock cable ng Septet. Ang narinig ko lang dito noticeably is mas less yung floor noise niya, which is yun yung maganda. Yun literally to me yung quality of life improvement. Syempre yung para sa akin the moment na na-eliminate niya yung floor noise or nabawasan niya yung floor noise, mas blacker yung background, much pitch black yung background, mas feel mo na, ewan ko, para sa akin lang mas feel mo na parang napipiga talaga yung potential sound ng IEMs or ng setup mo pag mas blacker yung background or mas pitch black yung background, which na-achieve na itong Venture Electronics Standard DIC Vita cable. Nabawasan niya noticeably yung floor noise, which in return mas maganda yung naging overall experience ko dito sa Kiwi Earcepted combo na to. Mas blacker yung background, which I really like. Okay? So, yun lang naman yung if gusto mo yung aesthetic nito, if gusto mo yung build quality netong Venture Electronics Standard DIC Vita cable and wala ka ganong pake sa sound quality, kung meron man na mai-improve to or mababago, by all means, get the Venture Electronics Standard DIC Vita cable. And yun, wala siyang ear hooks. So, very versatile siya. Very versatile siya sa kahit anong pagkakabitan mo. Okay? Okay. Now, balik na ako sa English language for the summary netong review. Okay? So, what's my verdict here with this Venture Electronics Standard DIC Vita cable? Definitely, it deserves its asking price of $70 because, again, first and foremost, it has the Devastator included in the bundle, and at the same time, you'll get the premium quality of materials here that are used here in the standard DIC Vita cable. Okay? If you really like the look and if you really like the visual aesthetic, and at the same time, you know Venture Electronics for quite some time now, wherein they usually use the best materials that they can use with the stated budget or with the budget that they put it in with, well, by all means, get the Venture Electronics Standard DIC Vita cable. Since, again, just like what I have stated earlier, I usually choose cables in terms of their visual appearances and in terms of the hardware or the materials that they have used with the cable. But apart from that, all of the sound changes or sound improvements, if that really exists here in the cable of this one, is more of a nice touch or a nice addition, but not really a necessity. So, props to Venture Electronics for giving or for delivering a premiumly built cable with a very, very excellent material choices. I personally dig the look on this one and the feel on this one as well, because that's what really matters to me, the visual and physical aesthetic of the cables. Okay, and that ends my review for the Venture Electronics Standard DIC Vita cable. Again, I'd like to thank Venture Electronics for sending this unit to me in an exchange for a very honest and transparent review. Rest assured that all of my reviews are honest and transparent to the core, like I always do, for the benefit of everybody, of course, including me. Since again and again, I won't be editing this video review extensively. I'll be keeping it mostly as is as much as possible. Okay, now, as for the backlogs, there are a lot of backlogs. Again, I still have the Kefine Quatio here, what do you call this, the Twistura Wood Note, which are currently on the works. So, everything still is in backlogs. The backlogs are backlogging, and thank you for understanding, and thank you for stopping by. Okay, and see you on the next one.